G'day scrappers, another beautiful day. I'm off to do a pickup and thought I'd take you along for the ride again. In the next 2 days I'm doing 3 jobs so far, so yeah, today is the first pickup is a school, and then tomorrow another school, and then a regular client on the way back. So I'm not sure how big these jobs are, these schools anyway. This one that I'm doing right today might be okay. Tomorrow's one will probably be a little bit smaller, but that's okay because the client that I'm going straight after that, I'm going to need as much room as I can get in the van because they usually have a lot of PCs to take away and servers and stuff. Hopefully they don't have too many printers, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, just doing the first job today, get this one out the way, and yeah, just thought, you know, give you a regular look at my eWaste, you know, pickups and stuff. You know, a bit of entertainment mostly. You know, for those that are interested in picking up, you know, e-waste, collecting e-waste as a small business, you know, just sort of gives you guys the a little sneak peek at, you know, how things, you know, are, because every job is a little bit different, and so it might give you ideas in what to bring along with you, what, you know, what to expect when you were going to do these kind of jobs. So we're just in the we're sort of skimming around the north end of the city and get onto Eastern Freeway and head off. The school is actually about 45 minutes away from here, so it's quite a distance, and the other school is the same, but on the way back about 5 minutes away is my second job. So yeah, the only thing with schools obviously is, you know, I'm quite limited in how much I can film. Obviously I don't want to film students or anything like that, so there might be some skips in the video, might have to edit out, you know, little parts just in case, you know.
300 meters, slide left onto Cemetery Road East, State Road 83.
This is a little pretty part of Melbourne, the northern side, very parkland orientated. It's not really a ritzy area. Well, this part here is quite expensive. On the left is the Melbourne Cemetery, so a lot of land there that they'd probably like to use for high rises, but we're just going to scoot through this area to get to the freeway, and once we're on the freeway we're happening. So I'm actually in my new van today, so not that you'd really notice the difference, except it doesn't, where I've mounted the camera, it's got that little bit on the bottom there, that the little paper drawer. So yeah, so I haven't got the camera sort of angle perfect, but it's only just whilst I'm driving, then I put the camera, I've got my chest mount, and I'll have the camera on the chest and go and continue do the job. So yeah, it's always exciting, as mentioned, you know, when you're on your way to a job. Schools aren't, you know, I mean, can be exciting, but it's pretty straightforward. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get, you know, maybe some PCs, some laptops or tablets, and then printers, monitors, keyboards, maybe hopefully some cable and stuff, you know, just all that kind of thing. So it's pretty standard. There's nothing really like crazy, outrageously exciting, you know. Then, you know, obviously schools are also, you get a lot of projectors and stuff, but projectors are okay because my buyer buys projectors, sends them all off to Pakistan or wherever they go to get reused again. Yeah, but driving in the newer van, especially when I'm going a reasonably long distance, like an hour drive or something, doing a pickup, yeah, it's a lot more luxurious. Obviously, you know, everything works nice and smooth, and yeah, so, but tomorrow when I go and do the other two pickups, I'll be taking my old van because I'll be filling it up right to the top. And this van, I haven't put any protection on the side panels up the top. So if I load up PCs really high, as I'm turning, they slide and they dint the panels, and then like you've seen in the old van, it's got chips all over it. That's because of stuff sliding left to right. So, all right, well, let's get to the job. It's about 30 minutes on this freeway, so I'll leave you with it. Okay, so we're almost here. We're just a few minutes away. Sort of a little bit out in the sticks, but not as bad as where the same technician from this school also has a few other schools. And there's one school where I've got to virtually drive into the mountains, or up a mountain. I'm still sort of in the mountains, but I tell you what, the temperature's dropped quite a bit in the last 5 minutes, just coming off the freeway and into the woods here. So yeah, it's quite nice actually, and it's just a little bit of a change than you know, doing inner city jobs all the time and factories and offices. You know, a bit of greenery and sort of you know, nice and peaceful. So yeah, we're just a few minutes away. So, and well, I could have went right through and got off this exit of the freeway, but for the sake of an extra 2 or 3 minutes drive, you know, this part here is tollway, so you know, you got to pay like $12 just to, you know, and a lot of the times on the tollway, they're always doing road work, so you know, the speed limit's always limited. Sometimes it's packed and you're not saving any time anyways. And yeah, so yeah, bugger that. It's quite a nice scene here, you know.
Turn right onto One Turner Road, then use
You can see the mountains in the background, you know, so it's amazing. It's only, you know, 15-20 minutes out of the city, and it's a totally different sort of feel already, you know. So yeah, really nice. Mostly laptops and tablets, iPads. The van. Hey. Okay. Mostly loose stuff, you know. iPads. Good. Little Acer laptops. ThinkPads. Cisco Aeronets. Okay.
Get the gate for you.
Oh, thanks, Dale. Cheers, thank you.
No worries.
my iPads. And a lot of schools give me a lot of this sort of stuff, educational DVDs. I've just got to empty out and give them back the box. Luckily I got plastic recycling. I can send the DVDs off. These are writing pads, like digital. Okay, so far so good.
Just in these containers and anything else.
Yep.
Do you take that box, or are you just going to take the wireless access point out of that box? Just make it easy for a second box.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you.
Yeah, rest of it's just in containers.
Yep. Okay, doke. Clocks, DVDs, laptops, Aces, lots of little Aces, Lenovo's, all right, getting there. I think that's all the laptops. That's not bad, probably 40 laptops and quite a few iPads. I hate having to work with these masks on. I feel like suffocating. Bunch of laptops in there as well. A lot of good laptop power supplies. We like them. Okay. Up. Silly thing. Rightio. I hate headphones. Dirty things. Hard drives in here mostly. Cool. Okay, well, how was that? Yeah, it wasn't bad. Surprisingly, no printers, so that's good. It's really surprising though. There were a few keyboards, but no monitors. Wow, and no PCs. So obviously this school, it was all laptops and tablets. So obviously this school no longer uses you know, large PCs, and that's the way a lot of schools are going these days. So less and less PCs, aside from, you know, your odd main PC like that the class may use or the teacher may use, or obviously in the offices that the teachers use and stuff. But generally it's students are all on laptops, tablets. They use the Chromebooks. So, you know, with the Chromebooks, all the hard drive stuff, all their information is kept on the cloud. So Google have their profile since, you know, since prep school. Yeah, so it wasn't bad. I'd say about 40 laptops and probably 15 to 20 iPads. So that wasn't bad. And the good thing is there were a lot of laptop power supplies, so I can sell them as well, and you get a few bucks for them. So so that's an extra bonus. I mean, those power supplies alone, they'll just pay for pretty much the fuel and maybe a bit of time. but then as you could see, there was a lot of CDs, CD-ROMs, DVDs, plastic in covers and all that. So
In 600 meters, turn right
all
onto
that,
Yarraville Road, State Road 40.
yeah, all that stuff will just go straight to my main buyer, my circuit board buyer, because he has the recycling process for plastic. So with CDs and plastic, that all just goes into shredded up, and so I take it because, well, it's,
Turn right onto Springvale Road,
you know,
State
doing
Road
them
40.
a favour, but at the same time, you know, they can't do much with it. You know, if you throw that into a normal domestic recycling bin, it's not going to get recycled. They'll most likely just get, who knows? I'm not really sure what happens with CDs these days, but whew. So at least they get recycled. That's all I'm trying to say, is that's the main thing, that they all go and stays out of landfill. So yeah, not much to scrap out of this batch. Most of those, even the you know, the laptops that are kind of damaged, these are quite still reasonably modern, and so I don't get much for them. You know, some will probably turn out just no more than what I would get just as a scrap laptop, but they you know, a lot of them will get reconditioned and probably sent to another country, because they're just too old for here, but they can still go for 5 or 10 years in countries like India and Pakistan and so on. And you know, so there is still value there. And even the ones that are busted up a bit, you know, if they might have broken screens, a lot of them will have damaged screens, missing keys on the keyboard and all that. You know, it's very common in schools because you've got kids picking at them and all that. But even then, they still they get the motherboard and they take off the main chip out of the motherboard, and you can actually, there's actually buyers just for the chips.
Continue on State Road 40
So-
for 6 kilometers.
All right, well, that's it for me for today, guys. And next part of this video will be the second pickup, which is tomorrow, the second school. And then straight after that, it's the bigger client, which will be pretty much filling up the whole van with PCs and stuff like that. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. So stay tuned, I'll see you then. All right. Here for the second pickup, second school. Oh yeah.
I'll put something against the door. So
Okay.
that's everything I've got.
Okay.
I've
Well.
got servers, I've
Yep.
got a NAS, got some iPads
Yep. Yep.
and desktops.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool bananas.
We'll start. I'll grab a chair so we can
Yeah.
start here and there.
All right. Okay.
Start with you want to start with the heavy stuff first?
Yeah. I'll load a few PCs on, and then I'll put
Yep.
I'll actually.
I'll start with them. We can start them with these. I can lift these up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, we'll just do.
Yep.
We'll do the heavy stuff first. I'll grab a NAS as well,
Yeah.
and then we'll do that. We'll do that run first.
Yeah. I can put the PCs on the my trolley and be able to load about 8 or 9.
Yeah, you're a man in demand at the moment. There was a post about you on our little tech room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that, they use you. I can't remember what school it was, but they use you to do.
Oh, yeah. There's I know a guy from Berwick Fields.
Cons.
Con, yeah.
He's finished up now.
Oh, has he?
He's finished up now, yeah. He works the same company as me, finished up, yeah.
Oh.
He's got another job elsewhere at the moment, I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay.
So he's finished up.
I
I
should.
can't remember what it was over in the west.
Oh, right.
I'll shoot you a text message or I'll tell you who it was.
Yeah.
Remember?
Hopefully, I'll get a few. Yeah, few schools.
I recommend you some of the guys I know.
Yeah. Cool.
They're in the west.
Appreciate it.
Geelong as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, I can't remember. I spoke to one of my mates who worked at Point Cook, Point Cook Senior.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
I do a few around Point Cook, like Caramballic and some of the primaries.
Yep.
I don't do many secondary schools, unfortunately.
He works at a primary over there as well.
Okay.
I think, yeah. We'll start with those ones.
Yeah, I'll just a couple more.
You take iPads as well?
Okay. So that
How
was.
did you go during COVID? Were you doing pickup? What was that, sorry?
I was just saying, doesn't look like it's going to stop raining.
Nah. I'm just waiting for the major store tonight.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the major store tonight because it's going to knock it down.
Yeah.
That's not bloody life at the moment.
ITSES.
Yep, pretty much. I've just picked up a school up in Dandenongs in Sassafras.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a community school, so I'll probably have a pick up there soon.
Yep. Alright. Okay.
Any servers around here. Come on, just chuck in. No drives, but it still work.
Yep, cool.
Good.
Yep.
Grab one end and I'll
Oh, it's
be
alright.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
You got any other this one? Or?
Yeah,
PCs again, or?
yeah, I'll finish off the PCs.
I've got power supplies if you're going to use these, those round ones there.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're the power supplies for these ones.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So there's some, I don't know how many there is, but there's,
Yeah,
so you should be alright.
no worries. I'll take. Oh, okay. There we go. So.
Take these ones, I'll put them on that one, I don't mind. Take them on that one, I think the colour.
I'll grab that box of keyboards.
Had any good stuff come out recently from pickups or anything good?
Not really. It's all pretty much the same.
It's a process. So
Yeah, yeah. I'll grab a couple.
I'm happy to throw these, you don't take them, we take them, or
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, take that.
no worries. You can chuck that one on there somewhere, probably at the back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Set three.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll start with that. And
Yeah.
we'll come back with some more. That one.
Bugger. All right.
Just awkward, all these bumps and stuff.
Yeah. Once we get to monitors, that's when it starts. Yeah.
I'll catch up with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. I wasn't expecting so much, so I've got to kind of keep room for my next pickup. Hopefully. I'll be able to do both jobs. I wasn't expecting so many PCs.
That's all the stuff.
Slippery bugger. Yep.
Go past.
Yep.
Yep. One more.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, mostly monitors. Yep. Also iPads. Cool. Oh, the iPads.
Yeah. Most of them are pretty good.
Yeah.
There's one with a smash screen, but
Cool.
they still work. But yeah, if there's mobile management on them, I don't know the password, so they shouldn't. No, sorry, a full account, but I don't know the password, so I don't think they should.
Okay. Yeah. Tree grinding. All right. Well, that's this job just about done. Now move on to the big one. Hopefully I'm going to have enough room. I don't like to leave stuff behind. I wasn't expecting as much from this place. Well, it's okay. iPads said they're all working, so that's good. Yeah, I'll just throw all these in there.
No worries.
Just to keep room for the other place.
Good.
Yep. Yep.
There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Thanks for the, you know,
Yeah, it's gone.
yeah, shouts.
Good thing you had the tools, so that's really good. I'll take them back for you.
Yep.
No worries. I'll be in touch.
All right, Scott.
Take it easy, mate.
All the best, buddy.
All the best. Thank you very much.
Bye. Wow. Yeah, I had to load as much at the front here because the other place only call me when they're fully loaded. So hopefully I can get most of their stuff out. All right, so that was that school. Perfect. Oh, keyboard on the ground. Must have fell under the van. Don't want to leave that. That would be terrible, you know. But this IT technician mentioned that there have been some IT techs from schools that have been advertising me on their technicians page. So it's sort of like it's just a private website where all the school technicians go to. And so apparently on the top of the page, I mean, it has been so for 6 or 7 years. A few guys from schools have recommended me, but they said, yeah, he just noticed the fresh advertisement on his on their website. Just got to look up my next job. Okay, so I'm
Next right onto Chills Road.
luckily enough, I'm only 6 minutes away to the next pickup, so that's awesome. Yep, I'll be half an hour earlier than I expected. So
On Chills Road for 800 metres.
So I'm totally on time, and because I was worried this job was going to be a lot of moving around and like walking up and down, and it was going to take a long time. And so because I had to come here at a specific time that the technician was available and ready for me.
In 400 metres, use the lane to turn right onto Wellington Road, State Route 18.
Awesome. Now let's go and do this big job and try and squeeze as much as we can in. Okay, well, I'm here. Just waiting for the roller door to open up, and hopefully, like I say, I'm going to have enough room. Oh, it's not much room. Hi, Christina. How are you? Yep. Good.
Yeah, all these printer, all these monitors,
Oh,
Printer,
These
monitors on the
monitors.
floors.
all
oh,
these.
So let me just check, Raymond, just confirm. Not
Yeah.
this side.
Now even this side is this. This one can go.
So this one stay.
This one stays. So,
So
this one go.
this one go. Top
okay.
level stay.
Yep. So on here only this.
Just this? Yep, yep.
On this side, all of this, all these three row.
Yeah, all this.
All these three
All
row.
this.
Okay, so yep, everything all
anything on the
SD, yep,
floor, anything
Yes.
on the floor here,
yep.
and the monitors here.
So-
Not the systems.
Okay, so only thing on floor means all these monitors, this printer
Yep, the printer.
behind there,
Yep.
behind there.
All that stuff?
Yep. All
Yep.
this stuff and all
all
these
these
monitors.
Oh,
And this
okay.
side here only the row of monitors. That's
Yep,
it.
yep, yep.
And we want that full.
Yeah, so maybe next time round I can replace the bin next time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll see how I go. All right, I'll start on the bigger, bulkier things. And
I'll get the
yeah,
trolley.
yeah, if I can borrow yours.
Yeah, you want to start with the PCs and all that kind of.
Yeah, I'll put the heavy stuff in the back, and then I'll just fill the gaps with all the monitors. Okay. Yeah, just one will do. That's fine. It should be all right because it's still got. I got to slowly sort of pack.
I don't think this will.
Okay, I'll get this out the way. Okay. Oh. It's just started pouring down rain. should be all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Sometimes we get wet. Okay. So this big server.
Yeah, big server.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a,
Yep. Yep. Okay.
a lot of heavy stuff in there.
Yeah. UPS.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy UPS. The manufacturers do this on purpose for recyclers. They say, let's make it as heavy as we can.
Well, battery, you can understand. Well,
Yeah, that's it. It's all lead acid.
you can't do much.
Yeah.
But I mean, for server, I don't know why they make it so bloody heavy.
Well, you'd think by now they'd use, well, they can't use really a better battery because it would be too expensive anyway.
The battery, like I said, I mean, I can understand it's that heavy, but
Yeah.
the server, I don't know
Yeah.
why they make it so thick.
Yeah, you take out the motherboard and the hard drives and it's just steel, and you think 40 kilos of steel. Yeah. It makes the buyer think, oh, we got good value here, because they needed 2 guys to bring it in. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll just slide it across this way, and I'll just tip it. And this one. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'll grab. Just yeah, the old CRT. Yeah, I might go PC. That's all right. I'll get rid of that. Oh, there's going to be a lot of monitors. Too many. PC. Oh, it didn't have to. Oh my God. HP. Nice little HP. going to be a bit of Tetris. Try and keep as many monitors in good condition. Had a big changeover of monitors this time. Normally
this time they changed a lot of bigger monitors.
Yep. Oh, going for the 21, 22.
27.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like everybody gets the two 27s. So all ones are gone.
They probably just said to their boss, "Oh, well, yeah, we need 27s. They all want to watch Netflix or something." Yeah. Okay. I might go around the back. Thank you. I wasn't expecting so much from the school. They told me they had X amount and then it changed all of a sudden. Okay, thank you. All right, that's that side. Okay, monitors. Yeah. Gonna need every single bit of space. The screen's probably wet on the camera. Can't do much. Definitely not going to work. Got to be sure. All right, PCs, I'll put it at the front. It's a nice Samsung monitor. Okay. See, it's a lot of work, guys. That just slid in where I wanted to. It's mostly the stands that are the problem. How are we going? Get in there?
A little low.
Yep. Unbelievable. How many monitors?
Yeah, I think that's the last lot.
Okay.
And you pull it out right, your hands filled up.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, thanks very much for that.
Not a bomb. Oh, just, wait until-
Happy to be of service. Keep them out of landfill anyway. It's the main thing. Beautiful. Like you asked. Sealed.
Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, thank you. I'll give you a, just in case.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, how's that, hey? Unbelievable. These guys, I've already done a video or two from this place. They're a regular client, so normally it's not that many monitors, nowhere near it. But that's okay, because if these monitors are not broken down monitors that, you know, are just thrown out, these are all replacements. So they've gotten, you know, obviously something a little bit better. Apparently they were getting, all these clients were getting 27-inch monitors. So a lot of these monitors are between 17 and 21-inch. So the 21-inch still have pretty good value. Even the 17 are worth a few bucks. Certainly better than scrap. So what I've got to do now is, obviously it's a terrible, miserable day. Apparently the storms, we're going to get some serious storms coming through, so, and heavy rains. So I'm not going to be able to do anything for the rest of the day. I mean, it's already in the afternoon because I had to start the first job late. So yeah, it's already getting towards the end of the day. Let me just readjust this camera. A lot of work there. Luckily, the guy helped me out. Normally, I'm left there on my own, you know, and they go back into the office. Yeah, and they just say, take this, that, leave that, take that. And away I go. But yeah, it turned out that at least I got everything in the van. It's a bit embarrassing when I've got to leave stuff and come back another time. But the only thing is, you might have just seen my black bin. I dropped that off last time, and so they put all their hard drives and RAM and stuff in there, because they dismantle their hard drives completely and destroy them. Even their RAM, they break up their RAM, but that's okay. It's still sellable as scrap RAM. And the hard drives, well, it's mostly aluminium, dirty aluminium, and so on. But yeah, I knew I wasn't going to have room to bring a fresh bin and swap them over, and I was just hoping that the bin wasn't like full up, and it wasn't. It was only about a third, so which is about right for the amount from the last time I came pick up. They usually have about the same amount of busted up hard drives, so that turned out good. So next time I can just bring them a replacement bin, because not only do I have to bring a bin, but I have to bring the ramps to get the bin up into the van. So it all takes up space. And normally I don't even bring a trolley when I come to this place, but this time I needed the trolley to do the school, even though the school had a trolley. So it turned out, both pickups turned out really good, because both of them helped me out. Like you saw the school yesterday, you know, that guy, you know, didn't bring out anything to save me a trip or so, you know, whereas this other guy, you know, brought out, you know, half the stuff, so it saved time. And then this last pickup, well, that guy, you know, normally they don't, you know, they're normally busy in the office, but that guy just helped me out, and because there were so many monitors, I've never had that many monitors from this place. Normally it's like 8-10 monitors at most, and even printers. I wasn't expecting, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was 4 quite large laser printers. So there's probably 2 more than I really wanted, but that's okay. You know, you just got to take the good and the bad, you know. But I did get some really nice laptops. I thought at first when I got that little red HP laptop, I thought, oh, that might be it. But no, I got some really modern Lenovo ThinkPads, and they look like, I've got them here next to me, a few older ones as well, but these modern ones, they look like i5. The only thing with all these computers and laptops from this place is they take out all the hard drives and destroy them. Okay, so, but that's okay. I feel better when they do that, rather than having hard drives. And so I get some clients saying, oh, can you destroy the hard drives, or can you send the hard drives back to us the next time you come and do a pickup? That takes quite a lot of work, and because I have to then open everything up, and you know, especially PCs where you know, if they're good PCs, I can sell them to a buyer that, well, he destroys all the data on the hard drive anyway, because he wipes the hard drives and reformats and puts, you know, sure, technically it's probably not a total wipe, but it's still good enough, because whoever he sells them to, you know, they're not going to try and find some sensitive data or anything. It's pretty much wiped. But you know, this company that I just did, they're an IT company. They build PCs for other businesses. Okay, and so so what they're doing is all they're doing is trying to protect their clients, right? By, you know, make no mistake, everything hard drive they're going to destroy, and so they've got peace of mind. They're protecting their clients, because, you know, if they got something coming back from their clients, you know, they can lose, you know, $1 million a year job, you know, or something like that. You know, I don't know, you know, $100,000 a year job even, just for making, you know, for not taking the time and destroying. So, but there you go, guys. That's 3 pickups over 2 days. So a huge contrast to the one I did yesterday. That school, that technician always gives me CDs, you know, discs, you know, and educational software stuff, you know, loaded. So hopefully that's the last batch of that kind of stuff I get from him, because, you know, obviously it still takes time for me to process it and sort it and all that, and it's still sitting in the other van. I've still got to empty that other van. So I was thinking of going street scrapping on the weekend, but as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff and a lot of work to do, and it's going to be a miserable old weekend anyway. So I figured, well, I might as well just keep, you know, well, I can't unload today, obviously, and I can see the clouds. We're going to get the storms coming through. It's going to be a nightmare night. So I'm going to have to unload both vans starting tomorrow and just over the weekend, and then just start sorting out things. I've got to make some room in the garage to stack up the PCs, the monitors. And what I do is I stick 2 monitors together, and I give them a little bit of tape just to keep them together so they don't fall over the place, because I'm you might have noticed when I was loading the monitors, I was trying to put them face to face as much as I could, especially the really nice ones, because I don't want to scratch the screens, and that way I can get some value out of them, because like I said, they're not just broken down monitors, damaged or just faulty. They're just being replaced, and so they're still working. They just wanted bigger monitors. and so that's great. So, you know, a lot of them monitors should be worth 5, some 7, maybe some even 10. And so it adds up. They're awkward for me to store until I go to my buyer, but I'm starting to build up enough stuff to go to my buyers anyway, and because he'll take a lot of my laptops that I've been picking up, the good ones, and yeah, and stuff like that. So all right, well guys, I'm heading back home and I'm going to call it a day. Going to go and relax now. I had a busy morning, and that's got nothing to do with eWaste. I had other things to do before I could start my work for the day. So yeah, it's been non-stop all day, and just looking forward to go home and have a nice cup of coffee and yeah, just chill out a little bit. And so for those that are still, you know, that may be interested in collecting e-waste as a small business, look, you know, competition's tough. Everyone seems to, you know, want to get into it these days. You know, when I started, no one wanted to know about it, and you know, it was like a free-for-all. But now it's a little bit different, so it's a lot harder. I'm basically relying on existing clients, and some of those clients word of mouth. You know, that's most of my business. Very few new clients, and yeah, so what can you do? But it's kind of my fault as well, because I haven't advertised like I used to. I haven't put out flyers for 3 years because I don't have the capacity or the you know, the energy to go really hard like I used to. You know, I've got enough to keep me going, and that's all. I'm not trying to be a millionaire here. There are other e-waste recyclers that, you know, they're focusing on money and all that. You know, for me, I still enjoy the environmental aspect of collecting e-waste, knowing that a lot of these companies and even schools, if they didn't have someone to come and take it away for free, they'd throw it in their dump masters and rubbish bins, and you know, some of it would actually go into landfill, because the garbage guys, you know, they can't be sitting there picking out every little bit of e-waste. They'll pick out big things, PCs and stuff, but a lot of things get crushed up in the trucks, and so even though they can no longer throw e-waste in the landfill, still quite a bit goes in there. You know, nothing you can really do about it until the government work out a better system. Yeah, so for you guys that are interested in collecting e-waste, even on a small scale, that's probably where your best opportunities are. Smaller e-waste jobs, like in a city especially, you'll still get a lot of those jobs, because the bigger recyclers don't want to do like 5 PCs and a couple of laptops and printers and stuff. You know, they want bigger jobs. They want jobs where they're going to make money from. And especially if the recycler is a refurbisher, they're not even interested in older PCs, you know, like say Windows XP and so on. You know, they want i3, i5 PCs. Otherwise it's a waste of time for them, because all they're doing is passing those old PCs on to other recyclers like me, or just selling as scrap. You know, they don't actually process e-waste. They don't scrap out e-waste that is not sellable. You know, they just throw it all into a big bag and try and sell the bag to another company has mixed junk e-waste, you know. So so there's still jobs like that around, that's for sure. And especially, you know, in larger countries, say in America, you know, you've got a huge population there. You know, we've only got 25 million people here. You know, you've got what, 330 million people. So I mean, you know, every state has almost, you know, at least half the population of entire Australia. And we're a big country too, so we're spread out. So it's not as if we can't, you know, it's not feasible to go from edge to edge of our state, because it's hundreds and hundreds of miles from one end to the other. Hours drive. So, you know, if you're close to your city, just advertise. And, you know, I still get a lot of people that email me and ask me how they can advertise and get clients and stuff. Well, there's no point in calling people up and stuff like that. It's mostly people are going to look for you, and so you've got to be findable. And so obviously that all means Google. Okay, so firstly, you've got to have a web page, a website that shows you're a serious e-waste recycler. You're actually, you know, doing the real thing. You're not just a guy basically on the street saying, I want some scrap e-waste. You know, I mean, you got to sort of start professionally, and then you have your website, and then you link that to Google, and then you've got to actually pay for a bit of Google advertising, because you're not going to, if you're not on the first or at least second page of Google search when you're in say in America, you're in Illinois, right? And so if I'm a business in Illinois and I go to Google, you know, because I want to get rid of some e-waste in my office, I type e-waste recycling, Illinois, right? The first page that comes up, there will be e-waste recycling businesses. Now, if you're not on that first page, you're going to miss out. Sometimes people like options, so they'll go to the second page. But you know, by the time after the second page, that's it. It's pretty much, you know, you'll get very few calls. So the whole idea is to advertise as much as you can, like get your web presence as strong as possible at the start. So it might cost you, like one of my buyers that's also an e-waste recycler, I'll give you two examples. My main buyer that buys all my circuit boards and stuff, he pays about $500 a month. That's Australian, so it's not, you know, it'll be cheaper in America. It's more like 300 US. So he pays $500 a month to get first page web presence on Google, and that's through a web company that created his page, and then they do the SEO for his page to get onto the first page. My other mate that buys my laptops and that, he pays $1,000 a month, but that gets him basically the first ad on Google, the first page of Google. So he's right at the top, if not, you know, first or second, always. So whatever I type in, if I type in e-waste recycling Melbourne, e-waste pickup Melbourne, you know, all that kind of thing, he's always at the top of the first page. So it sounds like a lot, $1,000 a month, but he's getting all the clients, right? I'm on the second page. I used to be on the first page without paying anything, but now, because so many new companies are in the e-waste game, and they're paying for Google presence, so I'm not paying, so I've drifted off to the second page. And I'm only on the second page probably because the algorithm has seen my page for 5 or 6 years. So I'm still kind of in front of fresh pages that have just been put up without paying. So, but even then, for my website, I pay like $400 a year, right? So it's I'm not paying for SEO. I'm just paying for, you know, web presence and the ability to edit and change around the website if I want. But I haven't even looked at my own website for about 3 years, so I should go and have a look and make sure it's still up. But I advertise a couple other places, and also I've mentioned and I've shown a video when I first started putting out flyers, and that's basically going into a real area where there's a lot of businesses and offices, or into the city where you've got your big buildings, and just going to their big stack of letterboxes there, and then just one in each one. I'm not sure, I think in America you can't put flyers into residential letterboxes. I'm not sure about business ones, but if that's the case, just walk into every business, go to the reception and just drop off a flyer and say, hey, I'm doing e-waste recycling in the area, if you've got any stuff, and just set up a flyer with a basic layout of the things you pick up. And you know, you've got to really put in the hard work of advertising for the first year or two. It really does take a couple of years of investment. It's not going to just happen to you overnight. You know, you might get 1 or 2 pickups here and there, you know, but if you want to sort of even make a small business, what you're relying on is to get as many clients as you can in those first couple of years. And then by the 3rd year, you can drop off advertising, like you can stop putting out flyers and stuff like that, and you can rely more on your website, Google search, and then the old clients calling you back, because a lot of businesses will only call you once a year. So, you know, so it's no guarantee they're going to call you again. So it's always a good idea if you've gotten their business from Google search, when you go there and you've finished your job, always leave a flyer with the person that you're dealing with, so they can stick it up, you know, on their wall or near their computer or something, so they'll call you again next time they have it. And so that's the secret. There's no, like, well, it's not even a secret, you know. It's not like, oh, you just put up a website and, you know, you're going to have every business calling you, because, you know, everyone's trying to do the same thing. It's like you opening up a pizza shop, you know, wherever you decide. You know, people aren't just going to just automatically come to you. Sure, you'll get passers-by that'll come in, pizza shop, but they're not going to start calling you unless you're actually, people know that you are there. And it's usually website, especially these days. It's all online. You know, if you're a takeaway food shop, unless you have online presence, you know, you're losing out big time, because everyone's Ubering and all that. So it's all delivery these days, and well, it's not all delivery, but I'd say at least 40% of takeaway shops, businesses now, are through some kind of delivery. So you got to get your name out there. That's the thing, you know. And until you do that, doesn't matter. You can knock on 1,000 doors. They're not the only ones that I would contact by phone. Would be to get a list of every school in your area. Phone the school and ask to speak to the IT technician, because you're an e-waste recycler, and so on, and then speak to the technician, say, hey, you know, we've just started up e-waste recycling business. If you've got any e-waste, we'd love to come and, you know, take it off your hands, you know, and you offer a free pickup. That's it. And just depends in your area. Have a look at what other companies are doing. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me. I don't want to run through another battery of me blabbering on. So you've seen 3 pickups. I hope that was a bit of fun. I thought I might as well shoot the video whilst I'm doing this work anyway. And yeah, don't know how many of you are still hanging around now, because yeah, I can go on a bit and I'll get comments, oh, do you have to keep you know, repeating yourself or whatever. Whatever, you know, life's too short. So anyway, guys, keep scrapping. have fun, and yeah, as I said, I won't be doing street scrapping this weekend because I've just got too much work going on. I haven't even had a chance to even touch those servers or switches from last week, so you know, I don't want to let things build up because this is a busy time of the year, and yeah, I've got to start processing stuff and organising. So have fun, guys. I'll talk to you soon.